Jay here for Stretford Paddock. This is the Paper Talk. As you can see, I'm outside Old Trafford and it's just started raining, but I'm not going to put the hood up on my parka just yet. I'm going to soldier on and get down to the latest news in the papers this morning and last night. And obviously, the biggest story, one that broke yesterday after we'd recorded here at Old Trafford, so we had to add on a little bit of extra news when we got back to the studio, was that Harry Maguire was arrested in Greece for an altercation with allegedly Greek police. Now, the latest sort of update on that is he's facing charges for aggravated assault and was detained with two other Britons. He said to, this is in the Times, he said to have been in a row and a brawl with a group of British tourists in the Fabrika area of the Greek island of Mykonos on Thursday evening. So, another update as well, that was in the Times, this one's in the Mirror. Manchester United captain Harry Maguire has been accused of being involved in two separate attacks on police officers in one night on the Greek island of Mykonos. Police say Maguire and two other men allegedly turned against them, insulting and hitting a police officer with fists in the town before being driven to the Holiday Islands police station, where they resisted arrest and began, again in quotation marks this bit, pushing and beating three police officers. So there's several sort of claims here. One is that police say they have prepared a file which includes accusations of disobedience, bodily harm, insult and attempted bribery of an employee. So Harry Maguire potentially facing some charges there. We don't know just yet how involved Harry Maguire is with these charges, whether it's him, whether it's someone he's with, how serious or how likely he is to be charged and what could happen as a repercussion of that. Now, Maguire's lawyer, Konstantinos Derivas, has spoken to the media in Greece, and he says the United centre-back denies the allegations and is expected to be released tomorrow, which means Sunday. And Derivas told the Greek edition of Gazeta, "We will be able to say more tomorrow morning. He denies the allegations, and I am fully convinced that tomorrow he will be released without any charges." So Maguire's lawyer saying that he thinks that Harry Maguire will be released without any charges. The Greek police say that he's one of three people facing charges. The club issued a statement yesterday saying they were aware of what had happened with Harry Maguire and they weren't really commenting any further. So over the next sort of 24 hours, it should become a lot clearer just how likely Harry Maguire is to face charges, what those repercussions will be, and how that's going to affect him here at Old Trafford and as Manchester United captain. Straight away on social media, some people saying, well, this is it. He's got to be stripped to the captaincy. He's got Bruno Fernandes should be given the captaincy. It's too soon to tell, really, how this is going to play out. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see whether Harry Maguire does face any legal repercussions. If he does, then Manchester United are obviously going to have to deal with that. And if he doesn't, then if the charges are dropped, he may have to be spoken to about getting involved in that, but hopefully we can all move on. I hope for Harry Maguire's sake and for Manchester United's sake that he hasn't been involved in anything and that, you know, he was just sort of merely part of a group that have been involved in the trouble. There's certain videos and certain footage doing the rounds on social media, but to be honest with you, many of them aren't very clear. You can't really see what's going on. You can see him in a bar, then there's the sort of footage of a fracas, if you want, for want of a better word, outside a bar. But when I watched it, I wasn't really very sure on what was going at all, to be honest. What was going on at all, to be honest with you, it just looked like some men fighting. So we'll see how this pans out. We'll see what happens. And as always, we'll keep you updated on Stretford Paddock to any developments there when and if Harry Maguire gets released or charged. The other story that's been going on for well, a lot longer than the Harry Maguire story, the obvious story, is the Jadon Sancho story and whether he is coming to Manchester United. Now, yesterday, we spoke to Patrick Berger, not the former Liverpool midfielder, but a journalist who works for Sports 1 in Germany, a reputable website in Germany, and he said that he didn't feel Jadon Sancho would leave Borussia Dortmund this summer. Now, Patrick Berger is quite close to Borussia Dortmund. Now, you can make of that what you will. Some people say, no, he's going to say that because he's close to Dortmund. I'm not sure that's the case. But he felt that Dortmund were digging their heels in. He said that things like, because obviously Bayern Munich are having such a great season and have been thrown a little bit of shade at Dortmund, saying, well, you're a selling club. And the fact that Dortmund wants a challenge means that, and the fact that Jadon Sancho has another 3 years left on his contract, all points towards Jadon Sancho staying at Dortmund. Now, Jadon Sancho has been sort of speaking to the media when he's launched his Nike signature collection. He's got a sort of a sort of Jadon Sancho collection with the sports giants, and he did an interview on it, and he was asked in a roundabout way about his future and speculation. The question was, there's been so much talk, so much noise, how much do you like watching people speculate? So it was a roundabout way of asking him, are you leaving, what's the latest, without saying, are you going to be at Dortmund? And he said, I try not to look at the media, because I think once you start looking at it all, that it would be easy to get carried away with it. It can affect players. For me, it's not about looking at these things and just focusing on trying to do the best I can on the pitch, especially in training. For me, it's about improving every single day. It's important for me to keep a smile on my face and keep happy. I don't really look at all the noise and all that stuff. I'd rather keep my head down, keep focus, and improve every day. So he's not really said much there, has he? He's just saying he's getting on with the job at hand, which is obviously at the moment playing for Borussia Dortmund. We know he's gone into training and he's been giving his all. Dortmund are happy with the way he's been playing in pre-season and in training. His teammates are happy with him. We don't expect him to put a transfer request in, or to spit his dummy out, or to go on strike, or any of that nonsense. He's going to carry on playing for Dortmund and giving his all, and it's up to Manchester United whether they can make that deal happen. We know where we're up to with that. I've said this a million times, so I won't repeat it. So we'll just have to wait and see. Now, the other transfer story with Manchester United has been this sort of 11th hour bid for Gabriel Maguire. United were coming in for the Lille defender after it already looked like he was heading to the Emirates. Arsenal seemed to have made a deal for him. It looked like he was going to join Mikel Arteta there, but then suddenly United showed real interest. There had been murmurings of a bit of interest over the last sort of few weeks, but nothing concrete. Then there was this sort of reports that United were interested in. Now, Fabrizio Romano tweeted about this, obviously the main man when it comes to transfers, and he said that Arsenal have actually increased their bid for Gabriel Maguire. They're pushing to convince him, because Napoli still waiting for Koulibaly's situation. Napoli are also in the hunt for Maguire, but they're waiting to see if Koulibaly goes to City. I mentioned this yesterday. City and Napoli don't have a great relationship, because Napoli sort of pulled the Jorginho deal from under the rug when he was heading to Manchester City and sold him to Chelsea, so they've not got a great relationship. So Napoli, who are in for Maguire, are waiting to see what happens with Koulibaly. Arsenal board is feeling now confident to sign the Brazilian centre-back. He also says that Man United not in contact with Lille yet. So it looks like United are going through the agent and saying to Maguire's agent, listen, we do fancy him, we're interested in him. And now Arsenal saying, okay, we're going to increase our bid, we're going to try and get that deal over the line. It's one to keep an eye on. I expect, I said this yesterday, I keep repeating myself, but this is where we're at with transfers. I expect Gabriel Maguire to go to Arsenal. I'd be very surprised if he ended up here at Old Trafford, because it looks like that deal is almost done. It may even be done by the time you're watching this, to be honest. Another sort of story that's worth noting as well is, I'm mentioning this because it's in the papers a lot this morning, on the back of the Europa League game last night, Europa League final, Sevilla obviously beating Inter Milan, and now there's talk that Antonio Conte will meet the Inter board next week if he'll decide to leave the club. Massimiliano Allegri is a favourite to join Inter as the new manager. Now you may say, well, what's that got to do with Manchester United? I think if Conte is available, I think next season, if Ole does get in any trouble, you'll see the rumours start. You'll see the rumours start if Conte, Antonio Conte is available, to get Antonio Conte here. He's a manager that's won the Premier League, that obviously has that experience and has been a success in Italy as well. And I think that it's just the nature of the beast. We saw it with Pochettino when he became available. Everyone was crying, or a lot of people were crying for him to come in and take over from Ole. Not us, of course, on Stretford Paddock, but some people were. And Pochettino's not even won anything. So again, when someone like Conte becomes available, I expect the rumour mill to go into overdrive if Ole goes through a sticky patch next season. And just finally, to round it off, one player that has been linked with Manchester United in the past, but I've always said that I didn't think that interest was that concrete, was Ben Chilwell. It looks like he's heading to Chelsea now. Chelsea reportedly ready to get that deal done for around £50 million. They're not playing games in this transfer market. They've made a few signings, and he looks like he's going to be the latest one. So that ends any speculation, any slight speculation that Ben Chilwell could be coming here as a left-back option for Manchester United. One I didn't think was happening, especially not with the likes of Brandon Williams and Luke Shaw having the seasons they just had. The rain is beginning to pour. Cal off camera, the cameraman has got his brolly up, he's trying his best, bless him. This has been Stretford Paddock Paper Talk. I've been Jay. Don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.